highway flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Chris out in the Caliente garage. In this video, I will be showing you guys how to change the final drive oil on the Honda Goldwing Gl1800. I will be topping it back off with the Pro Honda shaft drive oil. It's a SAE 80 weight 90. I will also be adding some axle grease to the right and left axle bearings. On this trailer, it's recommended to add axle grease every 5,000 miles. So I will be adding axle grease as well. A few of the things that I will be using to top off the coolant will be the Honda HP coolant, the final drive oil, topping off the oil as needed with the Amzor 10W30. In my grease gun, I have some high temperature grease, and I have the oil can already topped off with the final drive oil. The first thing that I want to go ahead and do is drop the oil from the final drive. Let's get started. Looking at the Goldwing underneath, the top screw would be the fill, the bottom would be the drain. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the fill screw and then remove the drain. I'm going to remove the top fill screw first, just in case I have a problem. I do not want to let all the fluid out and I can't remove the fill cap. I'm using a 17 millimeter. And I want to let all that nasty oil just drain out. So while that's draining, I'm going to go ahead and check the coolant and the oil. Removing the right engine cover. The Goldwings generally don't burn oil, but I just want to check it and top it off as needed. It's usually good to let the engine run about 3 to 5 minutes. Let the engine warm up the operating temperature before you check it. When you check it, you want to just sit the dipstick in without twisting it in after wiping it off. Looking at the dipstick, it's at the top of the line. That means it's full. No need to add oil. There's the coolant on the bottom. I'm going to wipe the stick. So after wiping the stick, I'm going to place it back in. The coolant level is full. No need to top off the coolant. And it's always good to just check. I've recently had the bike serviced, and I just wanted to make sure that all my fluids are good to go. This ensures that nothing has happened in between the time I had it serviced. I've replaced the cover. I verified that the fluids is good on the coolant and the oil. Now let's go back to the final drive oil. It should be finished draining. When changing the final drive oil, it holds 4.2 ounces after draining. If you disassemble it, it holds 5.3 ounces. The final drive oil has finished draining, so now I can replace the drain plug. The drain screw back, tighten it back in. Tighten it back down. So next, I will fill it with the final drive oil until oil starts to run over the edge. Next, I'm going to take my oil can and I just want to fill it until it runs out. You can pick up one of these oil cans at Harbor Freight for about $5 or $6. Comes in very handy. I just want to keep filling it up. And I just want to keep pumping it in until it runs out the side. The manual calls for 9 foot-pounds on the fill and 15 foot-pounds on the drain. But in this video, I'm just going to be hand tightening it with my wrench. Next, I'm going to remove the wheels off the trailers to install grease for the axle bearings. And now I can replace the dust cover. And that's one of the things I like about these hubs that I picked up from Tractor Supply and installed them on my last grease job, is that now I don't have to remove the hubs to grease the axle bearings. I can just grease it from the front zerk fitting. So that only took probably 5 minutes to grease the bearings. A lot easier than taking off the entire hub just to install grease. So now I can do a tire inspection. The tire looks good. I don't see anything inside of the tire, no impaled objects. So now I can go ahead and check the PSIs and properly inflate it. These are high pressure tires, but for a small trailer like this, 25 PSIs should be sufficient. I want to make sure I'm putting on PSIs. I'm showing 21. $25.1. For my tire inspection, looks good, no impaled objects. Now I can check the PSIs. I want to top it off at 25. 25. Now I can lower the trailer. I want to just check the wheels. Make sure that they're good and tight. Looking at the Goldwing back tire. I'm checking it for any objects impaled into the tire. There's a okay. The dark side tire looks good. Now I can go ahead and top off the PSIs. I'm gonna check it. I'm showing 49.8. So that's pretty good. 50.1. It's a 51 PSI tire. I wouldn't inflate it over 51. So this tire is good for me. That is one of the biggest questions I get. What is the proper pressure to run a Bridgestone drive guard on the rear? For me, it's between 45 and 50. I wouldn't go below 40 PSIs because I wouldn't want my tire pressure monitoring light to come on, and you don't want to be riding around on an underinflated tire. It will cause premature tire wear. So just inflate it between 40 and 50 PSIs. Find your comfort level, what works best for you. So now I'm looking at the front of my Bridgestone Battle Axe BT45. Looks good. No cupping. No premature wear. No objects impaled into the tire. The tread looks good. I love the double dark side. I will not go back. I just love it. Plenty of tread for many miles to come. The tire looks good, and now I can go ahead and check the PSIs on it. Make sure that it's properly inflated. For this tire, it calls for 41 PSIs. Checking the front. I'm at 40.5. Well, this concludes the video on how to change the final drive oil on the Honda Goldwing Gl1800. My Goldwing is now road ready. If you guys have any questions or any comments, put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is your boy Chris, out in the Caliente garage, just showing you guys how I change out the final drive oil and got the Goldwing road ready. The only thing remain will be to take it off the pit bull jack, and I will talk to you guys later. See you.